Disclaimer. This is a hypothesis as I do not have the equipment required to prove my theory. The single most convoluted unanswered polymath question in science is, why is the electron never observed as falling into the atom? To answer this question, I created the my 02 cent standard model of the atom. As I constructed my hypothesis of the my 02 cent standard model of the atom, I stumbled upon a reasoning that justified the understanding around why the electron is never observed spiraling into the atomic nucleus of an atom. Protons and electrons are defined as charges whose natures are attracted to each other. It is both stated and analogized that electrons orbit around protons. This is intended to provide a mechanical model that our human intellect can both rationalize and comprehend. The closest direct observation of the behavior and interaction between electrons and matter illustrates a picture which does not embrace this picture. The nature and behavior of electrons display all the characteristics that our model of the atom attempts to convey, except for electron decay and spiraling into the atomic nucleus. We do not say that electrons do not spiral into the atom. We, as closely to direct observation as we can get with our technology, never see electrons in orbit around an atom spiraling into the atom despite being strongly attracted to the atomic nucleus. Why? The principles of nature allow for this occurrence. Why? What principle of nature allow for this occurrence? This is the question that drives my scientific desire to unify all fields of understanding. Science is not about belief, it's about what can be shown to be true. All aspects of science as a polymath study fall apart and break down due to this single unanswered question. At least in my opinion, they do. The moment we stop attempting to answer this fundamental question, we are left with more theory than empirical data. Coulomb's law states that the magnitude of an electrostatic force of attraction or repulsion between 2 point charges is directly proportionate to the product of the magnitude of charges and inversely proportionate to the square of the distance between them. To most, this is gibberish, irreconcilable semantics. To me, it plainly states that the speed of charges increases as they get close to each other. The rate by which their speed increases is relative to the strength of their charge. As they get closer to each other, their speed increases exponentially modified by their charge, which implies an acceleration, not a constant velocity. The distance between point A and C must be traversed through point B. Any distance, no matter how finite, can be defined as an infinity. 1 inch, 1 mile, 1 AU, 1 light second, 1 light year. The distance from one side of the universe A to the other side of the universe C are all finite volumes, which can be defined as infinities. If we state that a proton within a hydrogen atom is a point particle at location A, and then we state that the electron in the first s orbit around the hydrogen atom is at location C, the distance between point A and point C is the undefined finite range which separates the electron orbit from the atomic nucleus. We know the speed of an electron around the atomic nucleus is stable. We observe it as being so. If instead of being in a curvilinear path around the atomic nucleus, we state that the electron is in a rectilinear path on a collision course with the atomic nucleus, we would have to rationalize it. We would have to rationalize that the electron, obeying Coulomb's law, is accelerating toward the atomic nucleus. As it approaches, it begins to reach the speed of light. Because this is not possible, it gains in measured mass, slows, and becomes stable. For each orbit that an electron fills, its mass is a byproduct of its position within that orbit. The Coulomb's force cannot overcome the inertial force, and this is how electrons maintain stable orbits around atoms without spiraling into the atomic nucleus.